If we look at the way IT services are delivered today, organisations of all types buy hardware and software, and with their skills and expertise deliver a service out to their end users. Increasingly, organisations are looking at hosted or cloud services in order to gain efficiencies of elastic and resilient computing. When we look a little deeper as to what's actually involved in delivering IT as a service, the components listed here will be familiar to most CTOs and IT departments. To make life a little easier, we can then group these components from the stack into three main groups. We have the infrastructure layer being the power behind the actual solution, the application layer being the intelligence behind the scenes, and the service layer being the actual interface with the end users themselves. When we see what cloud is doing to the typical IT stack, we can see just how many options we have when delivering a solution. We have the traditional full ownership of hardware and software, or moving across to infrastructure as a service to free that responsibility, moving across to platform as a service with business line applications, all the way through to full software as a service, removing the management of any aspect of hardware or the supporting application. With the explosion of cloud, all of the IT ecosystem, end users, managed service providers as well as value-add resellers are all revisiting their IT strategy. This is based on various criteria such as price, locations as well as SLA, with one fundamental question: where should I place my energy or value? Should I build or should I resell? Here at Arrow, we are constantly in discussions with our partners around the development of managed IT services, whether these be on or off-premise, public or private clouds, or a complete hybrid approach. In these conversations, we're often asked questions such as, should we be selling cloud? If so, do we need to build a data center? Are we on the right path in terms of technology? Or can we continue to resell? Of those partners who are already on the track of managed or cloud services, we get asked questions around how do we calculate the cost of delivering new and diverse solutions, as well as capturing information around cost and margin levels. If they are signed up to specific service provider software programs, questions around reporting licenses and the challenges they face in terms of compliance and accuracy, and if there is an easier way. In response to the challenges our partners are facing, we have developed ArrowSphere xSP Central. The portal has been designed specifically for our partners who are delivering managed or cloud services, no matter if they are new to the marketplace or if they already have mature and successful services. xSP Central is designed to simplify their lives and bring clarity to their operations. Within the portal, we have tools designed to make building services simpler through software provided by the world's leading vendors who have programs specifically designed for service providers. If your organization doesn't have the appetite to build specific services, we have the ability to resell enterprise-grade infrastructure and software as a service from the leading vendors and Tier 1 managed service providers. And to help all of our partners, we have built in tools designed to help with making the decision of build versus resell and add clarity to real cost of delivering cloud services through our easy-to-use, innovative Cloud Stack Builder. xSP Central has been designed to be a single entry point for all service provider license programs, simplifying the subscription and management of these programs. When it comes to the reporting of those licenses, we've tried to be as flexible and make things as simple as possible. Creating a manual report couldn't be easier. Simply choose the line item as well as the quantity that you've used in the period, enter the PO number for the month, and that's reporting done for that program. In some circumstances, we can take advantage of tools such as VMware's vCloud Usage Meter and take a direct import from their system. Here we can create a report and display usage statistics against monthly commitments to demonstrate the value of the program. When it comes to choosing the different software licenses to build your solutions, we have the software finder here where you can browse the catalogue of services from each of the vendors to understand license usage scenarios as well as cost and procurement, and ultimately build up your solution within the portal. If as an organisation you decide not to build cloud services and the resell model is more attractive, we've given you access to real enterprise-class infrastructure and software as a service from the world's leading vendors and Tier 1 service providers. Incorporate these services into your solution or sell them standalone, giving you the ability to broaden your portfolio instantly, increase your overall margin levels with minimal upfront costs. To make this as easy as possible, we've developed the Infrastructure as a Service Finder. Here you can search from a catalogue of services provided by Tier 1 service providers. By adding your constraints such as CPU, memory, disk, even where the service will sit in the world, you can then browse through the offerings by budget as well as specification. Once satisfied, you can add to purchase these services and build these as part of your solution stack. Like we have with infrastructure, we have also developed this software as a service finder. Here you can browse the catalogue of the world's leading vendors that have developed hosted services. From here you can view requirements as well as feature sets. Once satisfied, you can browse the price plans and enter the quantity, and then apply a desired markup for the margin levels and add this to your solution. Directly from here you can either go to build the stack further involving other areas of software or infrastructure as a service, or procure to resell those services immediately. To bring all of these elements of cloud services together, we've developed the Stack Builder. This is where you can model services based on build versus resell to determine which is right for your organization. One part of our solution may be based on build with service provider licensing. Other areas may be based on infrastructure and software as a service from our catalogue. Having all of this in a single location gives you a clear total cost of ownership and clarity to the solution stack. To demonstrate just how easy this can be, let's build up a solution using different components of build versus resell. Firstly, I define my infrastructure layer by specifying my server compute requirements. From here, I specify the server I want depending on my budget. Next, I'll deliver the application layer and I'll use the service provider license program from Microsoft, developing the application of Exchange. Next, in order to make my solutions secure, I'm going to choose some software as a service, enter the amount of users I need, add that to my solution, and finally I'm going to add some of my organizational costs so I have a true total cost of ownership to deliver my solution. First off, 24/7 support, and second of all, internet bandwidth from my telecommunications provider. Now I can see a full breakdown of each layer of the service to inspect the component price of each constituent part. I can name my solution, give it the description, specify the amount of users that the solution is intended for, and I will arrive at a total cost of ownership for the solution as well as a per user per month cost. And after I specify my suggested retail price, I can clearly see the margins that we'll obtain. So in summary, xSP Central is the single entry point to manage all cloud service provider software licenses, infrastructure and software as a service products. There is flexibility, including fully automated reporting, pro-report accuracy and compliance back to the software vendors. It's an easy-to-use business tool where you get the latest information of the various programs and updates from the vendors. You can simulate service margins, integrating other internal costs such as hardware, services and man time. You can reliably track your costs month on month and decide which way is right for your business to build or resell. So if you're interested in xSP Central and would like to find out more information, please contact your local Arrow ECS cloud representative or register today at xsp.arrow.com.